Hey everyone, this is Lance again. With IDS coming up next week, we may not have any new content for you. When I say may, we're not going to have any new content for you. Because of this, Gina thought maybe it would be a good idea to give another classic episode. But at the same time, I thought I'd throw a bone and let's talk a little bit about Gina, or more specifically, YAPI. If you're looking for the best dental software, you should probably go for one that was actually made by a dentist. Most software systems leave you wanting to, as I would say, Morse code. But there is a 4-letter word that you'll learn to love, YAPI. Why? Because it does it all. You can go totally paperless, not paperless-ish, and use the same system for everything else you need to keep your practice running automatically. No need to hassle and call patients to confirm or schedule appointments. They can schedule themselves online and confirm via text, and they can do it all from their phone. Even pay a balance or leave you a 5-star review if you deserve it. Learn more at yapiapp.com. And if you're having a hard time finding team members, having YAPI is like having extra help at the office. It saves your team's time by automating the busy work and helping your team communicate better. No scanning, shredding, or data entry. And no yelling down the hall or chasing patients to schedule recall and filling last-minute openings in the schedule. So basically, like I like to say, if you don't use YAPI, you're a fucking moron.
Welcome to Working Interferences with Josh and Lance, the dental advice podcast for the average dentist. Here is Josh and Lance.
Bruz, what is up? Welcome to the Working Interferences podcast, a dental advice show. I am Joshua Austin.
And I am Lance Timmerman.
Wakanda forever. Lance, it has come to my attention that I have not mentioned something the last few weeks of the show that maybe I should have mentioned. Oh. But then also I have reasons why I haven't mentioned it.
Okay.
We're doing a live show.
We are.
On Thursday of this week. So the day that this episode drops, we're doing a live show. So if you listen in the morning and you want to go to Indianapolis for the Dental Economics PPM conference, practice profitability.
Yeah.
I should have done my homework on this, Lance.
Percussion, palpation, mobility.
Let's see what PPM stands for.
Yeah. We really should know what the hell
stuff I should know.
Yeah, for
Principles
an employee of dental
of practice management. Yeah, there we go. Principles of practice management conference in Indianapolis. So we're gonna do our bit there. And part of the here it is. Here's the part of the reason I haven't brought it up is because this is our first time doing a live show. Yeah, I'm a little nervous because normally I do this naked and alone, and I'm in a bathrobe currently. I just got out of a bath with a bath bomb. I went to Lush today. Oh, good. I'm not going to be able to do that at the live show. I don't know how good I'm going to be. Well,
I don't know. We might be able to make that happen.
So it may be great. This live show may be great. We are going to work very hard to make sure that it is. But it's the first time we're doing it. So I didn't want to push it hard, push it real good. I didn't want to push it real good until I know exactly how it's going to go. So my goal for this week is I've got to find really good questions.
Right.
Because I think that just makes the show. So we do have a sponsor for it, for our live show, Oral Arts Dental Lab. Yeah. And it's going to be at 8:00 in the evening, and it's going to be with cocktails. So I think that's the right time slot for us.
Right. Especially since I'm going to need a whole bunch to not be naked and in a dark room by myself recording. Yeah. So
here's my main goal.
Okay.
To not get fired.
Well, that might be a tall task.
Yeah. So we're going to clean it up a hair. I don't want to censor us too much, but I think we probably need to keep that a little bit in mind.
Yeah, I will clean my act just a tad.
Just a hair. I mean, we're not going to take all the edges off.
No.
We're just going to polish it down with a little bit of pumice, right? A little fine pumice on it.
Little flour of pumice there.
Exactly. So this will be like the third time that we've met in person ever.
I think so, yeah.
Is that correct?
Something like that.
I think that it's the third or fourth, one of the two. But we've never done a live show together, so this will be fun. And I would love to do more of these. If you're a dental meeting planner or something like that, and you want to do some sort of evening kind of thing or something like that, where you don't mind, some revelry, some well-mannered frivolity happening.
Right. For sure.
Then I think give us a call, give us an email, workinginterferences@gmail.com, and we'll come do some advice.
Yeah.
We'll come do some advice. So what's your travel plans to Indy? When do you get in, all that?
Yeah, it's being set up to be a disaster. So I'm going to do the red eye Wednesday night. So I'll arrive right as the deal begins.
Nice. Okay,
yeah.
That's fine.
Yeah.
That's fine. I don't know. I'm lecturing on Thursday. I don't know what time. Let's see, our conference schedule. I should have looked at this stuff.
That's kind of how I am with most things. Is like I have to deal with the staff. Is I don't want to ruin my weekend and things like that. I don't look at the schedule in advance. I just show up.
I close the day. I'm at 3 to 4:30, so I close the day, which is a good spot for me. I think I'll come in as the closer. I'll do the like Trevor Hoffman.
Right.
You remember closer for the San Diego Padres used to play Enter Sandman from Metallica when he would come in, you know. I'll have like my closings. You know what I'll do? I'll do closing time. I'll do that.
From
that
Semisonic?
song from Semisonic. Yeah, great song.
Oh, yeah.
Great song. So, I get in late Wednesday night. So I will, I will see you, I guess, whenever you roll into the meeting.
Yeah. I'll pretty much. I've done this a few times where I've gone to meetings where I just get off the plane, take the cab, go straight to the event, and then I just mainline the coffee, and pretty wired the rest of the day.
Nice. Well, I need you to maybe catch a nap at some point.
I might nap a little. Yeah.
You've got some time from 4:30 to 8:30, so we'll rock that. It'll be good. And then I actually have to fly out early the next morning. So
do you? Okay.
I'm gonna miss Mike Maru, the guy with $1 million of debt in his practice.
I'll take some notes for you.
Yeah, please do. Please do. So you're fine. When do you fly out? You fly out after on Friday?
I'm actually gonna stay till Saturday and go out Saturday.
Oh, what are you gonna do in Indy?
I have no idea. I'll find something.
Oh, Lance, there's got to be something good to do in Indy. I think there's some good steakhouses there.
I'm sure there is. Usually, if it's my first time in Indy.
Did you hear that? Did you hear something?
I heard something. It was weird.
I don't know. Let me check my mic here. I'm sorry. Go ahead. You were looking at something.
New cities always I stay an extra day just to check it out.
Ads suck. Yeah, ads suck. Welcome to Ads Suck, a podcast within a podcast. Josh complains about commercials. And that's kind of the bit that we normally do is I interrupt Lance when he's talking about something. It's always something not important. It's never like he's telling me like somebody's family is diagnosed with cancer. I'm not going to step on him when he does that. But so I saw a commercial. I've been seeing this commercial all over, and it's driving me insane, Lance. It is driving me insane. So,
and you were already pretty close to begin with.
So it was already there. It just pushed me over the. I had already gone 99 yards to the one, and it pushed me over. Yeah, it was like that Matt Leinart Reggie Bush play from USC. Do you remember when Reggie Bush pushed Matt Leinart into the end zone against Notre Dame?
It was a successful conversion of 1 yard, unlike Marshawn Lynch in the Super Bowl. Couldn't convert.
All I had to do, they needed somebody to push him. They needed this commercial to push him over that 1 yard line.
Yeah.
So we're going to play this commercial. Many of you may have seen or heard this commercial on television. I sent it to you beforehand. Had you seen it before that, Lance?
I had. I had even heard it on the radio. It's everywhere.
Yeah, it's everywhere. It's everywhere. So let's cut to the commercial so you know what we're talking about, and we'll be right back.
Well, it finally happened, Zachary. Somebody burned down my she shed.
Nobody burned down your she shed, Cheryl.
Well, my she shed's on fire.
Your she shed was struck by lightning.
Zachary, is my she shed covered by State Farm?
Your she shed's covered, Cheryl.
You hear that, Victor? I'm getting a new she-shear she-shed.
She-shear?
Mm-hmm.
That's wonderful news.
Go with the one that's here to help life go right. State Farm.
Okay, Lance, I have so many thoughts after watching this commercial.
Have at it.
So my first thought is the commercial starts and it's Cheryl, and she's on the phone with her State Farm agent, and her quote-unquote she shed is on fire.
Right.
Now, I had never heard of a she shed before this. Had you?
No. Man cave for sure.
Right. So I'm assuming this is the female version of a man cave.
That's where I'm thinking, yeah.
But a shed is a shed is where you store your rusty chainsaw.
Well, isn't that the room when you abduct the person and then you chain him to the pole?
Or your drunk uncle like touches you in a bad place. Like, show me on the doll where Uncle Frankie touched you. That
shed.
happened in a shed. That did not happen in a billiard room somewhere. That happened in the shed.
Yeah.
So first off, the she shed thing is very strange. It's like, you have the house. The house is yours.
Right.
To design with as you please, to filled with Pier 1 imports and all the knickknacks, Jesus, knickknacks, and all the shit that you'll find that it gets decorated. That's the house. The reason you have the man cave is because your house is your wife's house.
Right.
And you need the space that's yours where you can put up your sports. So the she shed is just another space for the woman. Mm-hmm. She's already got the space of the house.
Yeah, it is a bit confusing. And you know that the commercial never really explains how the fire started. It was
actually it does. It does. So she's on the phone with the State Farm agent, and she immediately jumps to somebody burned down my she shed.
Yeah, he's standing right there.
And her husband says it got struck by lightning. No one burned it down. It got struck by lightning. Now, if for anybody who hasn't seen the commercial, this is an African American couple. Mm-hmm. If someone burned down your she shed, that shit is a hate crime. Mm-hmm. Why are you jumping immediately to someone burning it down?
True.
I don't like that. Like initial, just like, somebody did this to me. Like, no, it got struck by lightning, lady. Mm-hmm. Chill the F out for half a second. And then it cuts to the husband who's obviously severely, what's the word I'm going to say next, Lance?
He whipped?
Exactly. He's periodontalist whipped. He's P-whipped. That's what P-whip stands for, is periodontalist whipped, if you didn't know that.
I was unaware.
And he is just, he's a defeated man, Lance.
Oh,
he's lost everything in life.
He ran out of fucks 15 years ago.
Oh my God. He looks so miserable. There's no doubt in my mind that at this moment, as he is staring at the burning she shed, all he is thinking about is just boffing his secretary after hours at the office.
Oh yeah.
He is a miserable man in this marriage. He hates it. You do get a little kind of a wide shot from behind the couple looking into the she shed. And it looks like there's a bed in there, which is strange. What is she doing? Like, is this where she takes her man lover that's different from this guy? Is this where they act out their cuckold fantasies or something? I don't know what's happening here.
It could be. Was there any images of video equipment? Was this being...
I don't see. It's far enough away where you can't really tell, but there is a chandelier hanging.
Oh.
There is a chandelier, but God, this guy just an erotic swing. He looks so defeated, Lance. He is so just. He's hand watering the lawn with a hose, just holding a flaccid hose in his hand, which I think is a metaphor.
It's
really,
absolutely.
I think is a metaphor for how he's feeling in his life. He's in pajamas. Mm-hmm. She is fully dressed. She is in jeans and a blouse and like a flowy cardigan sweater, and he is in sweatpants and a t-shirt and a bathrobe. Mm-hmm. So immediately he's set up to kind of be the idiot.
Right.
And then it cuts to their State Farm agent, who happens to be a white man, he's the man. You know, there's some definite racial themes of this commercial, Lance. I don't know if you picked up. He's definitely, you know, sort of he's the man. He's the master. You know what I mean? He's the one that holds everything. So I don't know what State Farm's kind of playing at here. So then at some point he says, yeah, you're covered. We got you, which an insurance agent would never do. Like, no, we have to investigate this. Like, we'll be out there to look at it. We're not going to approve a claim sight unseen, just like over the phone.
Yeah, and you would know this very well because of your recent deer incident.
Yes, it takes days for them to come out and have an adjuster, and they got to take pictures, and they got to do the thing. So then here's the deal. So then she says something to her husband. Did you hear that? I'm getting a new, and I quote, Chichier she shed. What is a Chichier she shed?
I figured she had a speech impediment. She was trying to say chic, and it came out sheesh.
Okay, that's what Andrea said.
Okay.
I've done research, Lance. So I found a written transcript of the commercial.
Because the only sheesh I know of is Gerard Sheesh from LSU.
Oh, yeah, Jerry Sheesh. That would be so great if she's getting a Jerry Sheesh she-shed. I would go to that she-shed if Jerry Sheesh ran it. I adore that man. He's amazing.
Good.
So I found a transcript.
Oh.
Which is baffling to me that there is transcripts for commercials on the internet, but there is.
Okay.
So here's the word that's in the transcript.
Oh.
It's Chichier, which is exactly what I said. But here's how it's spelled. Chichier. Chichier.
Okay.
If you go to the dictionary, you will not find Chichier, you'll find Shishi, which is it's basically spelled chi-chi, C-H-I-C-H-I.
Okay.
The definition for that is ostentatiously stylish or deliberately chic. So she's getting a Chichier, a more shishi she-shed.
Down by the seashore?
We should not have to dissect a commercial script like it's the Zapruder film. Seriously, like we're trying to figure out who the second gunman is on the grassy knoll.
Right.
With this commercial. I don't know who wrote this thing, but it's mind-boggling how bad this commercial is. And this guy is so... what I'm doing right now is I have my computer on mute, and I just have the video paused, but I'm just I'm just randomly clicking different parts of the video to look at the husband's faces, and every single one that I click on, he looks more and more miserable. Like, somebody needs to get... Like, there's this one, I swear, I'm going to send it to you right now.
Okay.
He looks like he's going to commit suicide. Like, all he wants to do is hang himself immediately from anywhere he can find. He looks defeated. He looks just outrageously miserable. It is whoever they got to play. This is the Sidney Poitier of insurance commercial actors, because this guy emotes like nobody's business. I just sent it to you.
Yeah.
Look how miserable that guy looks.
Yeah.
Have you ever been that miserable in your life?
I'm going to say no because there are listeners.
He is so miserable. And then finally at the end, so the first person she calls is State Farm. She doesn't call the fire department first.
Right. That was the first thing I thought of is maybe she got the thing out of sequence.
Finally, at the very end, it does show some firemen kind of rolling up with the fire hose. And guess what, Lance? The firemen, 2 white guys. So always there to help is the white people.
Okay.
There's some this is like To Kill a Mockingbird here. This is the To Kill a Mockingbird of commercials, because there's a lot of racial undertones here, Lance. There's a lot of stuff going on. All in this 30-second commercial.
Yeah, you've given it way more thought than I did. I just fast forward. I have this DVR. I just keep going.
A Chichier she-shed.
Yeah.
God. Once they show the up close of the chandelier falling, it does not look like there's a bed in there. It looks like there's basically a little wicker love seat and 2 chairs. It looks very cramped in here. I don't know. Why would anybody want to spend time? There's no air conditioning in there, I guarantee you.
Right.
This looks like a miserable place to spend time. She should have burned down her own she shed. Cheryl should have burned this mug to the ground, because this thing is a piece of shit. Go into your house where you have air conditioning, Cheryl. How long did I complain about a 30-second commercial?
You know, that's a good...
12 minutes?
Yeah.
Jesus.
Well, when you get going, you get going.
I knew immediately when I saw this commercial for the very first time that I was like, this is going to be a ad suck Josh complains about commercials podcast within a podcast. I knew it. I knew it the second I saw it.
Right away.
Because I just knew, like, okay, This is a nice bottle of like 2008 Cabernet.
Okay.
It needs to breathe. We need to open this bottle and let it breathe. And that's what I did. I let it breathe for like 24, 48 hours and then just really opened up the bouquet. Mm-hmm. And this is what we came up with. This is the bouquet of this commercial now.
Decanted.
Oh my God, this guy is miserable. I want nothing more than some kind of wall art in my office of just the screen grabs of this guy's miserable face.
Yeah.
This is an art project. This is a Banksy art project right there.
Perfect.
Here's a great one. I'm going to send you this one. Oh, God, this guy is so pee-whipped. It's not even funny. It's not even funny. Oh, my God. Oh, Lance. Well, that's going to do it for Ad Suck. Josh Complains About Commercials, a podcast within podcast. Normally, this is an advice show. We answer your questions. We answer questions we find on all those neat little dental Facebook groups. We answer questions from Reddit. We strive to help dentists and dental team members with our own unique brand of advice. So please, we need your questions. They are the sustenance we crave. You can submit your questions to workinginterferences@gmail.com. Now, we don't want just any question, do we, Lance?
No.
We don't want a bunch of boring questions like, what's the best she shed for me to get? Because we all know that a Chichier she shed is the best she shed that you can get. We want the questions that Gordon Christensen cannot answer. And with that, Lance, I'm telling you, I did not know what I was going to say for that part. I forgot to write that for this episode. And that one, I just, that's what was on my screen was the picture of this miserable guy as she talks about her she shed. And anyway.
Well, there you go.
Question 1 from Alice. Do you guys still have your notes from dental school? Thinking about trashing mine, but it's a testament to all that hard work. What should I do?
Well, I didn't take notes in dental school, so
that's an easy question for Lance. You didn't take any notes?
Oh, I'm sure I did.
Okay.
Sure as hell fucking didn't save any.
Yeah, you don't have them now.
Like right after the test.
I was going to say, did you have them when you graduated dental school?
No. By Friday night. If the test was Friday morning, by Friday night they were gone.
They were gone? Did you guys have any cumulative tests?
God, I don't think so.
I hated cumulative tests. I mean, gross anatomy was cumulative for us.
Yeah.
Like all those big basic science ones. I think oral path is cumulative. And I think general path is cumulative for us. And fixed pros, our fixed pros professors, our written fixed pros course was freaking hard.
Yeah.
It was really hard pain in the ass. And I believe it was cumulative.
Yeah. And I think histology was as well. So
yeah,
a lot
all
of
those,
them,
all the basic science ones. Yeah. So we were the second class at my dental school to have laptop computers.
Oh, wow.
And so we didn't have any books. We had one DVD with all of our books.
Wow.
And so as part of our deal, we had the software license that continues even to this day. So I can read all of those books.
Why?
I guess it's like buying the book or whatever. You have the license. So I did, like, a few years ago, have to dig around and try to remember what my freaking password to this thing was.
Right.
Just difficult, but I was able to get it reset and all that kind of stuff. And so I can get to it now, even today. And I've had to look at a few things.
Interesting.
Now, we also had sort of we called it test file.
Okay, we had that.
Okay, so that doesn't really fully illustrate what it was.
Okay.
Test file was not only like old tests, unlike the old tests that the professors let you keep. So it wasn't anything like anything was stolen.
Right.
It was one of those things you just didn't talk about. Like, you didn't tell the faculty that you had test file. Everybody knew you had the test file. You just didn't talk about it.
Our faculty, they knew that many times they'd say, well, go look at the test file.
Go look at test file. Yeah. So this was one of those things. It was trying to think of what it would be like. It was everybody knew that we had it. We just it didn't get brought up.
Okay.
And so amongst the test file was also like generations of notes. So at some point, someone took really good notes for histo 4 or 5 years before us. And then the next year, somebody took those notes and added to it. And then the next year, somebody took those notes and like added in all the pictures. And then the next year, someone took those notes and went and like really formatted it really well. And so it was kind of like generation 5 of those notes or whatever.
Okay.
So we had a lot of that. And we would have people who would be like, really, you knew who the good note takers were, and they would be the note taker for that course. And then they would send out all those notes, and then someone else would be the note taker for another course. And then, we would kind of work together. Like, let's say, for instance, I wasn't a good note taker, but Christina, who sat next to me, was. She would take the notes, and then she would give them to me, and I would format them really well, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So stuff like that. And then we would all kind of send that out and share it. And there was like a little website that somebody started that you could download stuff from.
Wow.
And so we had all of that, but it was all electronic. So it was super easy to save.
Wow.
So I have like
I feel so freaking old because
I get it. If it's all paper, that's a whole different. If you're having to like move those 3 or 4 times, that's a whole different thing.
I was proud because I had one of the first 486 computers. Do you even know what a 486 is?
Did you play Castle Wolfenstein on that, or like the original Doom?
And this is Castle Wolfenstein when it was 2D.
Yeah. Black and white.
Pixeled and it looked like Atari.
Yeah, everything was electronic. So I have it. It's like 2 gigabytes. I have it on a flash drive.
Wow.
So there's no reason for me to throw it away because it doesn't take up any space.
Yeah, well, that makes sense.
But I could totally see if you had like crates and crates of shit.
Oh yeah, these are like bankers' boxes. So
yeah,
no,
I had to use my notes recently.
Weird.
I think I mentioned it on the show. It was that fluoride webinar. I had to go back into my notes from like Cariology or community dentistry, whatever, where we talked about that garbage.
Right.
And I actually used a bunch of stuff out of my notes. Just crazy.
That is weird. It's kind of like what your kids are saying. Why do I need to learn algebra? You'll never use algebra. And then you try to explain, well, just yesterday I figured I had to use my transitive property. And then they just roll their eyes.
What would have been really funny if you told your daughters, like, I had to use algebra and the Pythagorean theorem to measure my penis.
Yeah, that would have been...
would that have gone over well?
Well, then the therapy bill goes up even higher, so...
it's penny. I mean, it's pennies on the dollar at this point, Lance.
This point, I get a volume discount, so...
Should she keep her notes?
Well, I guess depending on the age, because if it's all electronic, then sure.
If it's all electronic, there's no reason not to.
Yeah, why not?
But I'm assuming by asking the question that it's not.
Mm-hmm.
Because otherwise, why would you ask? You just throw it on a flash drive, throw it on a hard drive somewhere.
Yeah. I suppose if you really think you're going to use it again, go ahead and digitize it all and then put it on a thumb drive and you're good.
Have you seen those digitization services?
You mean like Legacy Box?
Yes, like one of those where you just send them a great big... Have you ever done one of those?
Yeah, we did. It was my Christmas gift. One of those years where you're like, oh, shit, Christmas is tomorrow? Here, Holly, here's a Legacy Box.
How did it go?
It was awesome. When it all came back, we actually spent a couple evenings just popping popcorn and watching all this old memories. So it was great.
We may do that for my mom has a bunch of stuff we had to go through and clean out when she moved to the assisted living place. We had to go through and we found just boxes and boxes and boxes of photos.
Yeah, this is a great way to do it.
And I don't want to have to be the one, because it's going to be me that's going to be the one that's going to stuck scanning all of those.
Oh, God.
How much was it?
It's one of those, if it fits, it ships kind of a thing.
Nice.
And so it's a flat fee. And
that's what my first girlfriend said.
So I want to say it was like $100, and it was well worth it. Oh
God, that's yes, 100%.
Yeah.
Okay,
so that's no brainer.
Yeah, that's what I would do.
Yeah, send it to Legacy Box, make your notes on a drive, and you're done. Bob's your uncle.
Bob's your uncle? What?
It's an old phrase. I think it's British.
So, in the comments on this post, somebody said we had a notes burning party.
Yeah. Sounds like Crystal knocked.
Yes. I was thinking more of just like everybody gets stoned and burns their notes, and like we light a joint off of the flame that comes from from the bonfire, and you immediately went to Nazi genocide of the Jews. So I see how we're on different wavelengths here tonight, Lance.
A little bit.
Do you have something we need to talk about?
Remember that therapy I was mentioning?
Yeah, apparently.
It's not working.
John Cocktoaston
I like
commented on this, and he didn't really comment anything great, but is that from Fletch?
I believe so.
That's not his real name?
I think it's not.
I've got something to admit to. I've never seen Fletch.
Oh, it's a good one. Chevy Chase had some hit and miss type movies. I liked it. I thought it was a hit, so it's worth it.
All right. So we're both in agreement that the answer should be digitize them and then never look at them again.
Yeah.
But at least you have them.
Yeah. Just in case you're going to do a webinar on fluoride.
You never know when you might have to do a webinar on fluoride.
Is this true?
You never, ever know. Yeah. So Legacy Box, if you want to sponsor this episode, give us a call. We'd love to have your ad on our show. Question 2, Ross asks, taking 2 assistants to some training via flight. One is a little bigger. Do I buy 2 tickets? How do I navigate this?
Well, first of all,
this is a doozy, and I am not sure what to say about this one, Lance.
Yeah, little bigger is probably sounds like it's probably understating.
If we're having to ask, okay, so all right, I feel like we should say this first.
Okay.
I certainly don't want anybody to get the impression that we are like fat shaming or body shaming anybody or anything like that. That's not the intention of this.
All right.
But this is an awkward situation.
Yeah, I've of all the situations I've been in, I've not ever been in this one. So I'm not speaking from experience here.
Here's a good reason why you've never been in this one, because you would never fly an assistant somewhere for continuing education. And honestly, I probably wouldn't either.
Well, it depends on I actually have. We took the whole team to LVI and we did the ADA in Hawaii and things like so. I've done that, but at the same time,
you haven't had to deal with this one.
No. Maybe open it to discussion. I mean, I'm sure she has opinions on travel of her own. Maybe in the planning stage when you're talking about getting there. Hey, Carol, do you have a preference on should we road trip it, or what's the best way to get wherever? And maybe she'll explain or talk about how.
Yeah, Doctor, we're in Delaware. That course is in San Diego.
Amtrak has a great scenic byway.
Okay, I have to say this. What was this person's name? I forgot already. Ross. Ross is incredibly thoughtful for a couple of different reasons. Mm-hmm. Number one is he's thinking about taking his team to a CE course that they have to fly to. Mm-hmm. That puts you in the top 2% right there, right? Mm-hmm. As far as people to work for. I just don't that's not on my radar, so, and here starts the complexity of this. So you're taking your assistants, right? Mm-hmm. Do the hygienists then they may not say this to you, they may not articulate it, but it's well, when do we get to go on a CE, right? Mm-hmm. And then the front desk people, well, when do we get to go on a CE, right?
Yeah. Well, anytime I've ever done something I've always taken everybody all at the same time. So
right. So that's a tricky situation to navigate right there. Just that little part of this is tricky to navigate because, man, there's a lot of that. I don't want to use this term, but I'm going to use this term. There's a lot of measuring dicks in the dental office when it comes to team, right?
Oh, yeah.
Who gets what? Who gets treated what way?
Right.
There's all that kind of stuff. And I think this is tricky just because you have that component to it, and now you have this other component as well.
Yeah.
That is really, really tricky.
Yeah, this is a tough one.
That's not a conversation I want to have with somebody, Lance.
No. It's. I mean, we already had an episode talking about a patient in the chair and the break in the chair and things like that. That we hated that question, and this is just even worse because now it's a team member, and you clearly this is someone you work with, so you're gonna even have more empathy with this person than you do with a patient that you see maybe twice a year. So this is a delicate, touchy challenge.
Here's my thoughts.
Okay.
And this is what I like to do. Anytime there's a question that needs to be asked of a patient or a team member, something like that I don't want to ask, I'll give you a really good example. Here's a good one. Here's a good example.
Okay.
On my sedation consent form, there's a blank for, and this is like sedation consent and sedation record. There's a question for, are you pregnant and when was your last period? I am not asking a female patient, like, when were they last menstruating? That's not happening.
Right.
I'm like, you guys have to ask this. I am not asking it.
Right.
So I will do this with my office manager. If there's something I don't want to ask somebody, hey, Lorraine, you got to ask this person this.
Yeah.
I am pawning this shit off of my office manager as fast as I possibly can.
Yeah. Yeah. And I would tell them to phrase it in a way of, have you flown before? Do you fly often? What's your favorite airline? And just go around the whole question. Just maybe this person will bring it up themselves, just saying, hey, whenever I fly, I gotta get 2 seats and get that extra seatbelt extension so I can.
Here's where I would end up. I think you buy them 1 ticket. That's a reasonable thing. If they want another ticket, that's on them.
Yeah.
Don't you think?
I think it's justifiable and understandable.
Oh, when you're choosing, how do you have that conversation with your assistant, though?
Well, first of all, what you're also going to do when you're buying the tickets, you make sure you choose your seats in advance, and you just make sure that she's elsewhere.
Southwest.
Oh, then just don't enter at the same time and line up.
Yeah, you do hopefully you're A-list and she's not, so you just don't have to deal with this.
Yeah.
God, even then, though. God, this is there's so many grenades. There's so many landmines. So many landmines in this question that Princess Diana wants to come out and inspect it. That's how many landmines there are. Yeah. Wasn't that her thing? I feel like that was her thing.
I think it was.
It was landmines.
It is now.
Just don't take them to the course, man. This is what happens. This is why you can't have nice things with your dental team. Because now you're losing sleep over this bullshit, and now I'm gonna lose sleep over this bullshit because I don't know what to tell you to do.
Right.
God.
Yeah, that's not a good one.
And so Andrea has this solution for me always, because I will ask her, I'll be like working out a bit to go in a lecture, and I'll ask her, is this offensive? And I'll go over it. And she always says, if you have to ask, you already know.
Right. Holly's the same way. I'm like, how does this come off? And she's always just going to say that you can't say
bad.
That.
Yeah, right. So I feel like you already know that she probably needs the second seat. And I just think this is another... Yeah. Wait until there's a course in your city. Jesus. Because this is too much to deal with, man.
Yeah.
Seriously, this is the kind of stuff that paralyzes me with social anxiety.
Yeah. I mean, the day you hired her would have been the day you just decide, we're not traveling for CE as long as she's employed here.
I don't want to say I guarantee that this is going to happen, but the other assistant's going to know that she got 2 seats, which was an extra $280 or whatever. And so she's going to have that seed planted in her head. I should get it. If Regina got two seats and I only got 1, I should get that money in cash.
Yeah.
Or whatever. I should get a bonus or whatever, because I didn't have to have.
That's what they do.
It's this dick measuring contest that's never going to end.
Oh yeah. I mean, I had a front desk who didn't go to we went to Hawaii for the ADA back in '99, and she had a conflict and didn't go with, and we made it. It wasn't abundantly clear, but when we were all done, and at one point, she's like, you spent this much money on them, I should have the cash equivalent, even though I didn't go.
No, that's not how this works.
That's what I said. Dan then fired her. So,
I mean, that's like that. There may be some dental teams that don't work like that.
Yeah.
I think maybe at the end of the day, it's just that they don't. You just may not hear about it, but I guarantee you that thought is going through someone's mind.
Yeah,
on your team, and this just seems like a mess. It just seems like a real mess. So either I say you go on the CE trip and you bring back the information and do like a half a day staff training or something like that when you get back, or wait until something comes to your city. I just think this is so landmine laden.
Oh yeah,
that you are never going to navigate this the right way, no matter what you do.
Yeah,
do you agree with that?
I totally agree.
And who wants to go on CE with your team?
Yeah, that's why
this means you got to hang out with them.
There's nothing worse.
And no offense, like I like my team. Don't get me wrong, but like when I'm in another city, I want to like
not be with them.
I don't want to be on. You know what I mean? I don't want to be like having to entertain them. I don't want to be having to host them.
Yeah.
I don't want everybody to look at me when the dinner bill comes every time. You know what? I just don't want any of it. I don't want any of that. I don't want them to judge me when I order room service at, 11:45 at night. I don't want any of that. There's a lot. There's a lot going on here, and I just don't particularly want them with me.
I don't want witnesses for all the hookers and blow.
Yeah, and strip clubs and lap dances and all of that. I mean, I just...
less is more.
Yeah. Just go on your own and bring it back.
Yeah.
That's the key to this one. That is the key. Well, Ross, you've really worked yourself into a pickle. Good luck getting out of it. It's not going to be without blood. There will be blood. There will be blood. Question 3. Reddit user, I don't even know how to pronounce this. I'm going to give it a try, Lance. Boby Reddit user Boby
Okay.
asks, cat batted a bird around my bathroom and my night guard is covered in bird blood. How to really disinfect? Hi. I got my new mouth guard a week ago because I grind my teeth at night. It's some sort of plasticky material with 4 metal pins to keep it in place. My cat decided to bring a bird inside and toy with it in my bathroom while I was at work, knocking shit everywhere, but also getting bird blood all over my mouth guard, which was drying on the counter after I washed it this morning. Other than brushing it with toothpaste, what else can I really do to disinfect it? At this point, I have no desire to ever put it back in my mouth, but I just paid a bunch of money for it, so is there some way of disinfecting it that won't hurt it or warp it and will make me not afraid of getting avian flu or something? Holy shit.
I can tell you this. I will never put that in my mouth.
Oh, my God.
That is,
Okay. I've never owned a cat in my life.
Okay.
Is this something that cats do?
Some.
Why do you want a cat? This is serial killer shit.
Yeah, fun fact. So I now have 2 cats and a dog. And my dog fucking acts like a cat sometimes because we'll find birds on the doorstep like he found it and got it and brought it up like a freaking cat. And we're like, someone's got to try. He self-identifies as a different species, not in a different gender. So dogs will do it too. But cats, yeah.
This cat toyed with this bird.
Yeah.
Like Dexter would toy with one of his victims before he made the kill in his clean room. This is serial killer shit. This cat freaks me out.
Well, this is why I never trust a cat. They'll eat your face.
It's watching you when you sleep.
Yeah. Plotting your death.
And you come home and there's just a bloodbath in your bathroom.
Yeah, you burn it with fire.
This is a thing. Oh my God.
Kill it with fire. That night guard. Well, I don't care what the hell it is. You're getting a new one. I'm pretty sure if my patient came up to me with a something like that, normally I just don't believe them when they say, "Yeah, this happened," and trying to blame me and get a free night guard, and we're like, "No, you're paying full fee." I'd probably do this one. No charge. Just do the creativity. It's either true or it's not.
Fee. Just pay me the lab fee.
Yep. We'll make some sort of deal because I can't imagine it being disinfected enough for me to ever say I'll put that in.
Yeah, so I mean, obviously that this patient at home doesn't have the ability to disinfect this appropriately.
No.
What if she brought it to the office and you like ran it through ultrasonic a few times and then cold sterile for half a day or something?
I still wouldn't put that in my mouth. That's just, no. I mean, did you ever have stories? I had a guy in dental school. He was trying to seat a gold crown, and as he flossed the contact,
they swallowed it. Yeah.
And the guy comes back 2 days later with it in a baggie saying, all right. And then they threw it through the autoclave and then shoved it in his mouth. I'd feel a little bit better than that about that because you used an autoclave.
At least it's been through the autoclave. Yeah. If this is an acrylic night guard, do you think it can make it through the autoclave?
Yeah, no, it's not. This one's not going through. That's why I'm like, make a new one. Lab fee.
This is so gross.
So
this is so worse than the ants one. Do you remember the ants one? We had like ants on a retainer or something.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Which sounds like a snack that you would have before soccer practice. Ants on a retainer.
Yeah.
Was it ants on a log or whatever? It was like peanut butter and celery and raisins or something. Was that what that was?
Oh, that's right. Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
Bird blood on your night guard. What would that snack be? Ketchup on something. The first comment is from the original poster, Bo by Me. Ugh, it's on my toothbrush too. Well, that one's easy.
Yeah,
you throw your toothbrush away.
That's a $2
That's
solution.
An easy one. Yeah, that's the toothbrush that you take that you leave out at the hotel so that if the maid is going to stick something up their ass, it's going to be that one.
Exactly.
This is insane. Like,
Yeah.
I've never heard of anything like this. How much blood does a bird have?
Can't be that much.
I have to tell you, I'm going to confess something to you. I don't know if I've told you this before.
Okay.
I am very afraid of birds.
Really?
I don't like anything that like flaps around and like big bugs that can buzz by your face and stuff. I don't like any of that stuff.
Or
anything
like
that can flap around in the air. Oh God. People who have birds as pets, I automatically assume are really weird people.
Okay, so the guy has a parrot on his or cockatoo on his shoulder.
God, no. Okay. I am out. I'm not coming anywhere close to that weird.
Okay. All right.
That weird boy. Bird boy is not my friend. They've got like those dead black eyes, like doll's eyes. Doll's eyes. I watched Jaws last week. It's Robert Shaw. Oh. Doll's eyes. Birds are they're gross. They're messy.
Yeah.
They shit on everything.
I've never had a desire to have birds as a pet, but I can't say that I'm afraid. But
no, I am afraid of birds. If birds were the size of like golden retrievers,
oh God,
they would be the dominant. They would be the apex predators on Earth.
Yeah.
Humans would be we'd hide in caves.
Probably.
We'd have never evolved.
Is this something that's always been this way, or did something happen?
I don't ever remember anything. I've just never liked birds.
Okay.
They freak me out. Wow. Like birds, snakes don't bother me very much.
Really?
Birds.
Snakes scare the shit out of me. One
time a bird got in our house at Thanksgiving, and I had to take a Xanax.
Wow. Okay.
That's how bad it was.
Wow. Okay. All right.
I don't like birds, Lance.
Okay. Note to self.
I have no sympathy for this bird getting murdered. I'm fine with that.
Uh-huh.
However, I'm also afraid of the species that brought a bird into the house and toyed with it as it murdered it on your night guard.
Yeah, that's
Let's look at some of the other responses here. Somebody said take it to your dental office and ask them to sterilize it for you. Somebody chimed in like, it may not make it through an autoclave.
Yeah, that definitely won't.
They may have a disinfectant you can soak it in. Why can't she just throw it in some bleach? Probably all right with that.
I mean, I'm sure that bleach is all you need to do and just soak it overnight and that kind of thing. I still would gross out knowing where it's been and what's been on it. I just wouldn't. That's just, wow.
Shit.
Did you do any background check on the poster, the OP themselves?
Not yet. I like to go through that discovery process with you,
live.
Lance.
Okay.
Yeah, live is the way to go.
Okay.
There's a lot of talks about chlorhexidine.
Yeah.
Did the bird make it? Oh, yes, the bird. My roommate came home and heard it chirping going in my closet. So my clothes are also covered in blood and set it for outside. He said the bird was very happy to be free. However, I am no longer friends with my cat. Yeah, you think? Your cat's a raving lunatic.
Wow.
Jesus.
Wow. Yeah, that's
yeah, a lot of... Somebody says, do you have Milton where you live? Liquid used for sterilizing baby bottles?
Huh.
I've never heard of that. I don't have babies.
Well, we did, but I don't remember Milton.
Yeah, but your kids were born I guess probably before as crazy as it is now, right?
I don't know. It seemed pretty damn crazy then. Milton just sounds like a dude that's missing his stapler.
Yeah. Let's look into Bo by Me here. 60,000 karma. They've been a member of Reddit since 2011.
Wow.
They have been around.
Wow.
Man.
I wonder if the name is Bob and Amy combined. It's just a joint account or something.
So they have another post in... This person has another post in dentistry. Their post is, my dentist wears a tie-dye lab coat, lets me watch Shark Week, and talk the lab into putting glitter into my mouth guard the first time they ever did it. I bet he'll do it for free. This must be in response to that post. A tie-dye lab coat, Lance.
Okay.
Would you ever wear a tie-dye? You're kind of a hippie.
I think it's location specific. I would not personally, but if I had a...
You could get away with it, though, I bet.
Probably, but if I was in Fremont, the Fremont district of Seattle would be very tie-dye-ish area.
Lots of stuff in Ask Reddit. Lots of stuff in skincare addiction.
Huh. Didn't realize that was something you got addicted to. I really like to exfoliate.
Delightfully chubby.
Huh. Maybe they could help us with the airfare question.
Zing. Lots of stuff in politics. Cats.
Huh.
I don't even want to go into what are they posting in cats. Jesus. Now I'm scared of cats, Lance. Scared of cats and birds now.
Well, cats, you should be. I mean, if you died, your cat will just eat your face.
That's why I don't have a cat. Lots of stuff in politics, lots of stuff in news, lots of stuff in Ask Reddit. So nothing like crazy like we've had Frank Ocean fanfic erotica before.
Right.
They did post a picture in skincare addiction, and it's a little revealing, Lance, and I have to say, it's pretty cute.
All right.
She's pretty cute. I'm going to send this picture to you so you can see. She got sunburned. For someone who has a skincare addiction, that seems awfully strange. You would think if you were addicted to skincare, you would not leave your house without loads and loads of sunscreen on, but I could be wrong about what the word addiction means.
Yeah, that might be just a liberal use of the word.
So I think we both agree that the right answer here is to call your dentist that has the tie-dye lab coat and ask him to just see like if he'll work with you on one. And if he's a good dude and you wear that shirt that you just posted that picture in Skincare Addicts, he should make it for you at either lab fee or no charge.
Yeah.
Would be my guess. What do you think, Lance?
I think you started off just with the story of, look, oh my gosh, this happened. What should I do? I would dollars to donuts. He's going to give you that option, either at no charge or smoke and deal.
Hold on. Bob's your uncle and dollars to donuts. Are you okay? You need to talk about something.
I think I'm just a different generation, apparently. But you had a computerized books, and I had to take notes with a pencil, and so
by taking notes with a pencil, now you have a bunch of shitty, like weird phrases. Dollars to donuts. Bob's your uncle.
You've not heard those before?
No, I've heard Bob's your uncle, but like weird old British people say it.
Yeah, it's an old British. Yeah.
And then dollars to donuts, I have not heard before.
Oh God, now you'll probably hear it everywhere you go now on sitcoms and just TV shit. No, that's.
Yeah, I don't watch that Bazinga show or whatever where they might say that.
Bazinga.
What is that one? Young Sheldon?
Oh, the Big Bang Theory.
Big Bang Theory. Yeah. Lance is horny for Sheldon.
I go gay for Sheldon. Yeah.
Yeah, call your tie-dye wearing dentist. Show up wearing that tank top that you just posted your picture of yourself in, and you'll get a free mouth guard.
Yeah.
Get rid of your cat.
Yeah. Time for new pets.
Oh, man.
Get a goldfish.
She also posted a picture of her cat wearing her underwear.
Oh, okay.
And this is good. This is where the puss belongs, right? Yeah, it's pretty good. Pretty good. This young lady has a little sense of humor. I like it.
All right.
I like it. Well, Lance.
Yes.
Last week, I was so horny for the song that I selected. Uh-huh. Are you as horny for this song as I was as horny for that song?
No, but I mean, this is a follow-up because I mentioned, you said rock names, and I said Alex Chilton, and you weren't sure who that was, and I'm like, I love Alex Chilton.
Still, I'm not sure who that is.
All right, so a little backstory for everyone. Alex Chilton, he became famous at age 16. His first song he recorded, he was 16 years old. He was the lead singer of the Box Tops, and the song that was popular back in what is like 1967 was The Letter. And I'll play a little snippet because most people would go, I don't know who that is. But then you play that part of the song and they're like, oh, yeah, I've heard that song.
Lonely days are gone, I'm a-going home. My baby just wrote me a letter. When she wrote me a letter, said she couldn't live without me no more. Listen, mister, can't you see I got to get back to my baby once more. Anyway, yeah, give me a ticket for an aeroplane.
Is one of those. Well, he went on to form a new band called Big Star, and then later on he went solo. Big Star, if you've ever watched that 70s show, Cheap Trick covered their song In the Street to be the theme song. So Big Star originally sang that song that Cheap Trick does for that 70s show. Flips even further. There's a band out of Minneapolis. I mentioned Husker Du was from Minneapolis, and there was a scene. The same era of Husker Du was the Replacements, and the Replacements have a song titled Alex Chilton, and it's just kind of their ode or their homage to a guy that influenced them, and it's just a really cool song. I got the cassette way back when I was in high school.
Nice.
So the album Pleased to Meet Me is the song Alex Chilton, the Replacements singing about Alex.
So they're singing about this guy who was a lead singer.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
It's kind of meta.
Yeah.
Sort of.
And then my daughter, how it goes full circle, my daughter loves this song because when you would play on the Xbox, that Guitar Hero or our bands, whatever, Rock Band.
Rock Band, yeah.
That was the song that that was her go-to song. You know, you have a karaoke, your go-to song is this, or her go-to Rock Band song was Alex Chilton by the Replacements.
What is your go-to karaoke song?
I Want You to Want Me by Cheap Trick.
It's pretty good.
Yeah.
It's pretty good.
Yeah.
If I had to pick one, it would be Whip It by Devo.
There you go.
There's not really singing in it, so it's sort of talking.
It's like
so I feel like
William
those are notes that I can hit. Yeah. Rock it, man.
Yeah.
Whip It is almost all just sort of speaking for the most part.
Yeah.
It's kind of speaking with a rhythm to it a little bit. Which I guess is kind of what singing is. But there's no high notes or anything. There's no notes that you have to hit or anything like that. It's just all talking.
Yeah.
So I feel like there's also been this really weird renaissance for Devo lately.
Oh yeah.
Some of the podcasts that I listen to, one in particular called Last Podcast on the Left, they love Devo on that one.
Interesting.
and they talk about Devo a lot, and all like there's apparently like different sort of eras of Devo, and that Whip It is really not even a good representation of actual Devo. That was just kind of a joke song that they did, and that happened to be the one that was the hit.
Huh.
And so it's sort of kind of a tortured existence for that band. So
interesting.
Anyway, after we just spent 5 minutes talking about a band we're not doing a song about. So the song is Alex Chilton, and it's by The Replacements.
Yes.
God, I should get a prize for remembering that.
That's pretty good. Good for you.
Very nice. Well, be sure to share this with a friend. Talk to any one of your depraved friends who you went to dental school with, or you practice down the street from, you're in a study club with, whatever. If you think this is funny, chances are you've got a depraved friend who thinks this is funny too. That's how we grow. That's how we grow the show. That's how we grow our practices. That's how we grow the show. So share. Rate and review. iTunes is best, but really we'll take it anywhere. We ain't too proud to beg. And just like Lance's first girlfriend from high school, we'll take it anywhere. I hope it wasn't Holly, who was your first girlfriend in high school.
No.
Okay, good.
But Holly will take it anywhere too.
I'm not, Lance. Jesus, you're gonna have to edit that out.
She doesn't listen. It's fine.
Fuck, Lance. Christ. Oh. I don't even know. I'm trying to figure out some way to get you out. I need you to be in Indianapolis, and if she murders you before, then that's going to be hard for me to carry the show.
Clint will be there.
Especially in the wake of... I guess we could get Clint to pinch hit.
Yeah.
But I really don't want to have to do that, buddy.
Yeah.
Hit up our website, www.workinginterferences.com. Hit us up on all the social bullshits. Facebook, Working Interferences with Josh and Lance. Twitter @Winterferences, Instagram @Winterferences. You can find me on Instagram @Joshua Austin DDS. You can find Lance on Instagram @DrTimmermanDMD.
Boom. You got it.
Did I get it right?
You did.
Yes. It only took me 33 episodes to get it right. So enjoy Alex Chilton by The Replacements. For Lance Timmerman, I'm Joshua Austin. Peace.